Tonight, as talks to defund police continue nationwide, Duluthians are calling for change as well.
And new numbers show a dramatic increase in homelessness in St. Louis County. But help could be on the way to prevent it from getting worse. Plus, the president slaps new sanctions on China as he and political rival Joe Biden exchange jabs about the coronavirus.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Since the death of George Floyd, there have been protests, marches, and rallies nationwide, not only calling for social justice and police reform, but in many cases, the defunding of local police departments. Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. That includes the city of Duluth. During last night's council meeting, many people who called the city home spoke out about the Duluth Police Department.
Some said straight up they want the DPD defunded. Others wanted money reallocated, spending frozen, and a racial bias audit conducted. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo takes a closer look at what's being called for and reaction to it. Kendall.
Reimagine public safety in Duluth. That's what many asked of the City Council last night as they stated their case and reasons for wanting to redistribute police budget funding. Right now, 26% of the city's budget goes to DPD. That's nearly $24 million. In recent years, big money purchases have included more ammunition and riot gear. Many Duluth residents say they want that funding to be filtered into organizations that address housing, education, and mental health needs. They claim these organizations could better handle someone having a mental health crisis and help those in need.
We need to look at the significant restructuring of public safety and law enforcement in our community. This is no longer a radical notion, it's a social and ethical imperative.
Our city is crying out for help right now, and our mental health advocates are ready and willing to stand next to our police officers to protect and serve our community.
Many also stated they would like to see an Office of Violence Prevention created within the city. The Duluth Police Department responded today saying, quote, "We're focusing on all of the programs we've been working on for years that are actually in line with where some community members want funds reallocated. For instance, our mental health unit officers work alongside social workers on certain calls to de-escalate individuals who are experiencing a mental health crisis." Council Vice President Renee Van Nett said while the council is on break, she plans to have discussions with city administration on this issue and come up with a plan. Kristen, Tony, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Kendall. Earlier this month, the DPD updated its use of force policy, banning the use of chokeholds and strangleholds. The department is requiring de-escalation as a tactic, and if an officer is handling the situation improperly, verbal and physical steps must be taken by any other officers on scene.
All right, and Dave's here to give us our first look at the weather tonight. Dave, what a beautiful evening it turned out to be in Duluth tonight.
Yeah, it's turning out to be that way, and that nice evening is sliding into Wisconsin and the UP, our last holdouts for rain. So, Minnesota got rain mostly before midnight last night. This map shows what came after midnight, which is mostly Wisconsin. And take that Ely reading with a grain of salt, 14.02 inches. No, that's a little fault with the airport's recording station. They got about an inch or so in that neck of the woods. And into Wisconsin since midnight, Michigan as well, about an inch for places like Ironwood and Ashland, and close to it for Hayward, Solon Springs, and Siren. Now higher pressures coming aboard to settle things down. Our low pressure system's being pushed away towards the east as higher pressure settles in, so the showers and the clouds of earlier today are going to be replaced tomorrow by sunshine. And that sets us up then for the day planner for Wednesday. Out the door, partly cloudy sky at lunchtime, partly cloudy sky back home, another partly cloudy sky. And thanks to that, sunshine starts to abound again. That'll send temperatures back into the lower 80s. I think temperatures like that will stick around for the rest of the week. Will they trigger any more storms? I'll show you the 7-day forecast to prove the point just a bit.
Thanks, Dave. Roughly 1 in 5 people in St. Louis County are homeless, according to a study conducted in January. With many losing jobs due to the pandemic, there is a lot of uncertainty as to what these numbers may do in the near future. However, there may be some help on the way. CBS3's John Cardinelli reports.
Homelessness in St. Louis County is on the rise.
According to our last unsheltered survey in January 2020, it's increased 18% in the last year.
According to Deb Holman, outreach coordinator with Chum, most of that increase is due to one thing:
It's just there's no housing to put people.
With limited places to stay, many homeless are turning to outdoor camps.
I think there's different larger groups than I have seen together in past years, but now we're just seeing them starting to disperse again.
This area here near M&H gas station was once a homeless camp. It has since been cleared out. Thanks to the CARES Act, help could be on the way to stop more people from becoming homeless.
We're here today to announce $100 million in rental and mortgage assistance.
The assistance is aimed to help prevent evictions, prevent homelessness, and maintain housing stability for individuals and families impacted by COVID-19.
And one of those things that is about safety, it's about health, and it's about well-being, is stable housing.
While that's a step in the right direction to prevent homelessness, a lot of work still needs to be done in Duluth.
I think we have lost a lot more units than we've gained through the years, yes. So, yeah, we need to look at, you know, I don't know how many we would need to sustain it. 700 units?
According to Minnesota Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, Minnesotans should be able to begin applying for that housing assistance by mid-August.
It is now required to wear a face mask in most indoor public places in Duluth. That ordinance went into effect immediately after the City Council's unanimous approval last night. It includes businesses, nonprofit entities, governments, and churches. Restaurant and bar customers who are eating or drinking are exempt. There are some other exceptions. We have those listed on our website. The ordinance will be in effect until further notice. Following that decision, another northern Minnesota city is considering a mask mandate. Cook County only has one confirmed case of COVID-19 since the pandemic began, but Grand Marais' mayor is concerned about the summer visitors possibly bringing the virus with them. Mayor J. Aerosmith DeCoux says the hospital system there can't handle a big local outbreak.
The concern for our senior community up here and our pretty limited healthcare professional community is very real.
Mayor Aerosmith DeCoux says they plan to discuss other cities' mask ordinances at Grand Marais' next city council meeting on July 29.
Duluth DFL Senator Eric Simonson received two major endorsements today as he hopes to secure his seat in this year's August primary. Former Congressman Rick Nolan and former Lieutenant Governor Yvonne Pretner-Solon both announced their support for the one-term incumbent. In April, Simonson received an endorsement from AFSCME Council 5. Simonson faces DFL-endorsed Jen McEwen in the primary race. In national politics, President Trump says he has signed a China sanctions bill over its treatment of Hong Kong, as well as an executive order that would end preferential treatment to Hong Kong.
Then the president turned his attention to his Democratic challenger, Joe Biden, who delivered his strongest rebuke to the administration's coronavirus response to date. Natalie Brand is at the White House with more.
President Trump spent much of his Tuesday news conference bashing his Democratic rival, Joe Biden.
Joe Biden is pushing a platform that would demolish the U.S. economy. There's never been a time when two candidates were so different.
Earlier, the former vice president forcefully called out the president's stance on reopening the country as COVID cases surge in some states.
Do your job, Mr. President, because if we can't deal with the public health crisis, we can't deal with the economic crisis.
In a CBS News interview, the president blamed Democrats after several cities and states have rolled back reopening plans and are preparing schools for continued distance learning this fall.
A decision like that is politics, because we're starting to do very well in the polls.
The debate over reopening comes as White House officials have begun promoting talking points attacking the federal government's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci. The president's social media director, Dan Scavino, posted this political cartoon in an attempt to discredit Dr. Fauci, who appeared in an online forum Tuesday.
For the most part, you can trust respected medical authorities. You know, I believe I'm one of them, so I think you can trust me.
We bent the curve, and we're going to do it again.
Meanwhile, Vice President Mike Pence met with state officials in Louisiana as rising COVID cases have caused that state to put restrictions on bars and require face masks.
Dr. Fauci says officials should try as best they can to keep children in schools depending on the dynamics of the coronavirus in their area. Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said this week that any next phase COVID relief bill from Congress must include provisions to get kids back in the classroom.
That discussion is continuing here at home, where there's still a lot of unknowns when it comes to how students will learn this fall. Now, Duluth school leaders are asking families and staff for their feedback. The school district put out an online survey today. The 21-question survey asks how comfortable you'd be sending your kids to school this fall, what kind of access to technology and internet you have at home, and if anyone in your house has any health conditions. The survey is available until July 24th. We have a link on our website, along with information on how to find a hard copy. Right now, state officials are advising school districts to plan for 3 different learning scenarios this fall: in person, online, or a hybrid of the 2. They plan to release their final guidance in 2 weeks.
Still to come, airlines are losing money by the billions as coronavirus continues taking its toll. A look at just how bad things are for Minnesota's largest airline.
Thanks to the thicker cloud cover, today's high temp only made it to 71 degrees, 6 degrees cooler than normal for a change. But we'll change back to warmer than normal by tomorrow, and I'll talk about how long that will last this time around.
Live, local, CBS3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS3.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
The best new cars make the best used cars. That's why every Toyota certified used vehicle gets a 160-point inspection, new warranties starting the day you purchase, 1 year of roadside assistance, and more. Get as low as 0% APR financing on select Toyota certified used models. See your dealer for details.
All from the brand you trust, today and tomorrow. Toyota.
The Culligan high-efficiency water softener is the world's best. It's backed by the industry's strongest warranty and serviced by the world's largest local dealer network. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
Join the Greater Downtown Council for Movies in the Parking Lot, Friday nights all summer long. Watch movies from the comfort of your vehicle. Reserve your $10 parking spot ahead of time at downtownduluth.com/events/movies in the park. Present your digital ticket at the gate and enjoy. Bring your own food or have snacks from the concession stands. It all starts on July 17th with this blockbuster presented by Carlson Orthodontics and live local CBS3.
I grew up in a mining household. That's generations in my family. It's a big issue to folks up here. Well, not just the breaking news type of stories, but the stories that impact the people who work in the mines, who live in mining communities. We're going above and beyond to get the full story.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki, Tuesdays at 10 on Live Local CBS.
I want people to tune in, and I want them to see a friend, because I'm a mother, and I know how hard it could be. You're doing all these things, and then you have the child, and then no one talks to you about how lonely it can be. You know, who do you lean to? Who do you connect with? This segment is very important to me because I get to work, but I also get to work on my passion.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with Leanne Valdez on CBS3.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS3 Duluth. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Tony's still kind of chuckling about that 14-inch report of rain in Ely, thanks to a malfunction with the reporting station at Ely Airport down Highway 1. I'm sure they'll fix that fairly quickly. We'll talk more about rain totals in just a little bit, but right now I want to talk about temperatures, because like we mentioned with the almanac, for a lot of towns it became cooler than normal. Normal is 77. And places like Ely only got to 70 today. Watersmeet was there as well. A couple of places did get warmer than normal, though, like a Park Point, 79 at least briefly from compressional heating from downsloping winds. Well, the cooler than normal business only lasted for a day. The last warm spell lasted for about 14 days. You get a one-day break, and it starts again tomorrow. We get into the lower 80s, which will be 4 or 5 degrees warmer than normal, and odds are it'll stay that way for the week ahead. And we'll also talk about rain chances coming in along that week as we first take a look at current conditions at the airport in Duluth. And speaking of rain totals, Anna Martin O'Merritt from Ulu reports those folks got 2 inches in their neck of the woods. And so since we've been running upwards of a 6-inch rain deficit since January 1st, the 2 or 3 inches of rain we've received this July, a good thing. Okay, current conditions, 59 at the airport right now, 81% for the relative humidity. Westerly, southwesterly winds going 6 miles per hour, and our air pressure keeps going up as high pressure settles in, now at 29.96 inches of mercury. Current regional temperatures, 59 to 64 from Ironwood to Watersmeet, and 59 to 61 from Ashland down to Hayward, 55 to 58 from Solon Springs to Superior. Looking at east central Minnesota, places like Moose Lake and Barnum are at 57 right now. Willow River's close, mid-50s up the North Shore for a lot of towns. Low 60s Vermilion Range still, mid-50s for the Mesabi Range, although once you get out of the Mesabi and into Grand Rapids, 61 degrees, and then low 60s International Falls at this hour. Doppler map right now shows that the rain from earlier in the day has finally pushed out of our area as that higher pressure takes over, sending this low packing. And this high then will dominate our weather from Wednesday through Friday. Dry for the most part, though I do think Thursday afternoon will be an exception, with a 20% chance for sun showers from the heat of the day. And again, the heat of the day means temperatures will get into the 80s. Next decent rain chance, that happens on Saturday. 40 to 60% chance for the return of showers and thunderstorms. Tonight in Minnesota, your low temps will drop into the 50s for the most part with a partly cloudy sky. And it should be partly cloudy now in Wisconsin and Michigan as that rain ended around sunset. For tomorrow, daytime highs, Wisconsin and the UP, 80 to 82 degrees with a sunny day. And it should be sunny in Minnesota too. 70s by the lake, lower 80s inland, and the trend for 80s, like I say, has returned for the week ahead, 80 to 86 degrees. From Wednesday on through next Tuesday, rain chances include now that 20% shot Thursday afternoon and that 40 to 60% chance on Saturday. Other than that, Tony and Kristen, looks like it'll be fairly dry and fairly sunny.
I like the sounds of that. Thanks, Dave. Anyone hoping to drive across the border into Canada this summer will have to keep on waiting. According to CTV, Canadian and U.S. officials have agreed to keep the border between the two countries closed to non-essential travel until at least August 21st. The ban on travel was first introduced in March and has been extended every month since.
In just the last 3 months, Delta says it's lost $5.7 billion. As Susan Elizabeth Littlefield reports, that's just the beginning.
January 2020, business was soaring for MSP's largest air carrier. A record year meant Delta employees all got a February 14th bonus check. A month later, COVID-19. It all but brought the industry to a halt.
Flights got canceled. No one was flying. So no one was buying tickets, obviously. I mean, yeah, it's crazy, but this is really the reality across the airline industry as a whole.
Kyle Potter runs an air travel site and closely monitors the industry that until recently was thriving because of business travel.
That's really where they make their money. So until that comes back, there's really no reason for any airline to start to, return to normal.
And Delta's latest earning report shows the cold, hard numbers. 17,000 employees took early retirement. 35,000 are taking unpaid leave. Passenger load is down 93% from last year.
Last quarter at this time, Delta flights were running about 88% full. This year, they're at 34%.
Jamar Lawson is one of those choosing to fly for a very extenuating circumstance.
I actually just lost an aunt to coronavirus.
He's cautiously flying from Minneapolis to D.C. for his aunt's memorial.
Just keep my mask on and, no too much touching stuff.
For now, Delta will continue to deep clean aircrafts and block out metal seats in hopes more will choose to fly and the industry can slowly ascend.
The expert we spoke with said there will likely be few, if any, direct international flights out of MSP for a while. Passengers can expect fewer flight options and more connections.
A Duluth agency is ramping up efforts to connect unemployed people with jobs before federal funding expires this month. Currently, people receiving unemployment benefits are getting an extra $600 per week through the Federal CARES Act. That will expire on July 25th. The City of Duluth Workforce Development Center will host a virtual career fair on Thursday. The event will be focused on connecting people with jobs in healthcare.
We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
For 1 week only, Home Furniture has put everything on sale, and you can finance it free for 6 years. Plus, get free no-contact shipping. Shop in-store or online. No interest for 6 years. Now at Home Furniture.
Here at Memorial Medical Center, we really care about treating the patient as a whole. Instead of looking at the patient as a hip or as a knee, we look at how their hip or the knee affects their life. I'm Joe Signorelli, orthopedic surgeon, and I've been doing joint replacement surgery for 7 years. It's really important for a patient to be comfortable where they're receiving their care. And so if we can provide high quality care at an affordable cost in their home community, I think that's advantageous for the patient. I think they really appreciate it.
At Super One Foods, you'll find more than just low prices and better choices. You'll find friendly faces like ours, working hard to save you money.
Super One has a tireless commitment to quality and freshness and a goal of delivering 5-star service to every customer to bring the absolute best value to your shopping experience. Check out these specials available at all Super One locations going on now.
So stop into the Super One Foods right in your neighborhood. Super One Foods, serving you low prices and better choices.
Hi, I'm Stephen Ray. At Miners National Bank, we offer local originating, local processing, local closing, and local servicing. For your next mortgage, apply now. MinersMortgage.com.
Miners National Bank of Evelyn, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If 2020 teaches us anything, it's that we need our public schools and educators more than ever to inspire tomorrow's scientists to find new ways to fight disease, to move tomorrow's citizens to find new ways to bridge race and class divisions, and, above all, to challenge tomorrow's leaders to find new ways forward. Believe in We Minnesota, electing lawmakers who will invest in, not cut, this essential resource.
For a limited time at Home Seasonal Concepts, everything patio is on sale, and you can finance it free for 6 years. Plus, get free no-contact shipping. Shop in the store or online. No interest for 6 years. Only at Home Furniture.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS3 Duluth.
CBS3 Live at 5 weekdays after Jeopardy.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
We are live on the scene of some developing news in Kettle River near Moose Lake, Minnesota tonight.
There's a large emergency response near Cornyn Road there. CBS 3's John Cardinelli is there for us tonight. John, what do you know so far?
Kristen, Tony, we're just off of Main Street in Kettle River, and right now we don't have much information on the house fire. We got word around 9 o'clock that this was going on. Let's take a look now and bring you to the scene here. There's about a dozen firefighters here putting out the fire right now. You could see off in the distance, there's still some smoke coming up from what is already burnt down. That also appears to be a vehicle over there that caught fire as well. And when we were heading up here with my photographer, we saw an ambulance drive by, 2 ambulances. We don't know what's quite going on here still, as I mentioned. We just know as of now that this is a house fire, and we'll continue to keep you updated here at CBS 3 in Duluth, on air, online, and on our mobile app as more develops.
All right, thanks, John.
Coming up in sports, COVID-19 strikes again, this time impacting the UMD men's hockey team. Details coming up.
Eye on Mining is brought to you by Iron Mining Association, Range Regional Airport, and Miners National Bank of Evelyn.
Imagine building your Range Regional Airport without the mining industry. Now, imagine air travel without mining.
We couldn't imagine that either. Welcome to Range Regional Airport, serving and supporting the Iron Range.
Hello, Northland. It's good to see you.
During this time, staying healthy might look a little bit different.
But we're still here to care for you.
St. Luke's now offers new ways for you to see us.
Like telehealth video visits, which is how I'm talking to you right now.
If you do need to be seen in person, you can rest assured
we are keeping our clinics and hospitals clean and safe.
If you have any questions
or want to make an appointment,
give us a call.
We'll be happy to help.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another night worrying about your investments, get a second opinion on your investment strategy today. Let us show you how a professionally designed investment strategy that's aligned with your goals can help you sleep well at night. Go to MPPLFinancial.com to get our investment review checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 investment.
Northwest Outlet Store is open. Yes, Northwest Outlet is open for business, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now get up to 40% off store-wide on clothing, up to 40% off on footwear, up to 40% off on fishing, up to 40% off on camping, up to 40% off store-wide at Northwest Outlet. Yes, Northwest Outlet now open for business, Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Online 24/7, curbside pickup during store hours. 1814 Belknap, Superior.
Shopping for a new kitchen at Skips has never been better. Take home your dream kitchen today with Skips' new Glenwood and white cabinets. Enjoy freedom and flexibility with your own movable island today. You can rely on Skips for quality and durability at affordable prices. Stop by with your measurements and see how you can take home beautifully painted or stained cabinets today at a truly affordable price. Visit us online at skipshomecenter.com or stop in to see our showroom at 4728 Rice Lake Road, Duluth.
We dance for healing. We dance for one another. For connection. In ways like no other. Together. Or even apart. We are resilient. The 2020 census is here. And we need to do our part for our people.
Imagine building your Range Regional Airport without the mining industry. Now, imagine air travel without mining. We couldn't imagine that either. Welcome to Range Regional Airport, serving and supporting the Iron Range.
What was supposed to be a dramatic opening to this fall's UMD men's hockey season is no more. The Icebreaker tournament, which was scheduled to be played at Amsoil Arena in October, has been postponed to 2021. The Icebreaker tournament was slated for October 9th and 10th of 2020 and included UMD opening up the weekend against arch rival Minnesota. Josh Burlow, UMD athletic director, said in a press release Tuesday that it was not possible for UMD to host the tournament in a successful manner. As for next year's tournament, Providence College and Minnesota State Mankato have confirmed ability to stay in the postponed event, but Minnesota indicated they will not be participating due to scheduling conflicts. The postponed event will still be held at Amsoil Arena with the tentative dates of October 15th and 16th of 2021. With the announcement of the Icebreaker postponed, other schedule changes were made for both the men's and women's hockey teams. The men's trip to UMass Lowell in October has been postponed, and instead they will travel to Marquette, Michigan to take on Northern Michigan University. The Bulldogs women's hockey program has postponed their early season trip to Mercyhurst University in Erie, Pennsylvania. Yesterday, the UMD men's hockey team introduced Derek Plant as the new assistant coach, replacing Jason Herter, who resigned back in the spring. The Cloquet native played 4 years at UMD and was on the coaching staff for their first national championship back in 2011. Plant was most recently a player development coach with the Chicago Blackhawks, but decided to come back home to the Northland and get back on the bench and out on the recruiting trail.
The culture that's around the locker room and around the team is really pretty good right now, and I think if you can just keep that up, would be great. I think, try to bring as much honesty as I can and just be who I am. And it's an exciting time. I think it's an unknown time for everybody. Hopefully we can get out and play And hopefully we can at some point get with fans too. I mean, I think that's a lot of the fun of it is having a full crowd and people be able to do everything on a normal basis, coming on a Friday and Saturday night and watching our games.
And speaking of new hockey coaches, Proctor officially announced their new boys hockey coach today. Jeff Lasby will lead the Rails this upcoming season, as voted on at last night's school board meeting. Lasby once played for the Rails himself and recently served as an assistant coach under Glenn Gilderman on the Proctor Hermantown Mirage girls hockey team. He says being the head coach has always been a goal of his and is excited to hit the ice whenever that may be.
When you kind of look forward to it your whole life or career and then finally happens, like I still don't really believe that I'm the head boys hockey coach for the Proctor Rails, but it's really exciting. I can't wait to get going tomorrow and start building stuff with the kids because things are in place here. We got some good people in the youth program that are trying to get us where we need to be. So we're a force back in Section 7 and can compete against the Hermantowns.
Now, if you notice those jerseys behind Lasby there, he was doing inventory on Proctor's brand new jerseys this morning that they'll be sporting this year if there's ever a hockey season. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Home Furniture presents Stickley during our 4th of July sale. For a limited time, enjoy 35% savings on the stunningly crafted history from Stickley Furniture during the Stickley 4th of July sale, only at Home Furniture.
Here at Angie's Closet, we are a boutique that carries a variety of women's clothing in all shapes, sizes, and styles that are friendly on your wallet. Come let Angie and her team help you get your wardrobe ready for any occasion this summer. We feature name brands like Calvin Klein, Kate Spade, J. Crew, and more. Come see why women from all over the country say this is the best consignment boutique they have ever shopped. Stop in today at Angie's Closet, located on Tower Avenue in Superior, Wisconsin.
We know it can be scary when you're injured in an accident.
We know the insurance company can be unfair.
We know bills need to be paid. But we also know what it takes to win.
We know what it takes to get our clients compensated.
And most importantly, we always fight to do the right thing for our community. Nicolay knows.
Nicolay knows.
Nicolay knows.
Nicolay knows injury law.
Nicolay Law, Duluth and Superior's award-winning injury, disability, and bankruptcy law firm.
The 2020 Subaru Crosstrek. It comes with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus an economical 33 miles per gallon. And the Crosstrek has the lowest 5-year cost to own in its class for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek.
Lease a new 2020 Subaru Crosstrek Premium for $329 a month. See the versatile Crosstrek today at Miller Hill Subaru. Online at millerhill.com.
Duluth's downtown waterfront district is the heart of our community. So many of the things we love about Duluth can be found right here, from businesses to attractions. And now, most of them are open and working hard so you can safely enjoy them. Our local restaurants, breweries, shops, salons, and attractions help weave the unique fabric of our community. They make us stand out. And when you support them, your dollars stay in our community, helping to boost our economy. Show your love for Duluth's local businesses. We can't wait to see you.
Now at Home Sleep Express, get no interest financing for 6 years on any Serta iComfort mattress, plus up to a $300 merchandise bonus, and get free delivery and setup. 6-year financing on Serta iComfort at Home Sleep Express.
Live, local, CBS3.
An elderly care facility is spending a lockdown turning residents into rock stars.
Yeah, to keep spirits high during a months-long lockdown, a long-term care facility in England recreated iconic album covers with their elderly residents standing in for the rock stars. The project covers an array of artists from Adele to David Bowie to the king of rock and roll himself.
The pics have, of course, gone viral, making social media stars out of the faux rock stars. But the organizer says his main priority is to provide the residents a lockdown experience that is happy and full of enjoyment. How fun is that?
What a great idea.
Yeah. We should do that.
We did that with Sgt. Pepper, remember?
We did, that's true.
And also the Velvet
Abbey
Underground
Road,
and
too.
Nico.
Yeah.
And Abbey Road.
Yeah.
Kristen,
right.
you need to wake up, man.
I know.
We'll do some more.
Yes.
All right, let's talk more about weather then, too, because today was an aberration as far as temperatures go. We went to cooler than normal after 14 days of warmer than normal. Tomorrow we go back to warmer than normal. Normal is 77, so we're looking at 80 to 86 for the rest of the week. This morning's rain, it's going away. Tomorrow should be sunny. Slight rain chance Thursday afternoon. Another better rain chance comes around on Saturday. But other than that, it looks like it's going to be a fairly dry week, though once we get into the weekend, humidity levels could go up as well as the temps.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great night.